Hey, this is Rene. Welcome back for another video on this channel. This is the second part of a very short programming series in which I show you how to implement Nick Shawn's dollar cost average strategy. In the first part, we already learned how to code it for just one single symbol, and you can see the results here. It works pretty fine. And now in this part, I will show you how to take the code from the previous video and make it so that we can trade multiple symbols. If you did not watch the first video, you should, because otherwise you will not understand what is going on in this video. So go back, watch the first one, and then come back here. But in this video, let me show you how we can actually create a program that trades array object multiple symbols. So first of all, we want to include the array object class because we want to have a C array object where we want to store all of our symbols in. So we want to create a bunch of symbols, and actually for this purpose we will create a class which we call C symbol, for example, and then we say this should inherit from the C object, so we can store it in the C array object array. So this will be the creation of a new class. To make everything simple, we will make everything inside of this class public. It gives us the chance to access everything easily. And then we will create a bunch of variables here. First of all, we need the symbol name. Then we need, we want to move the C array long tickets array inside of this. And that might be it already. Let's try this. So what we do here is, now we see a bunch of problems. Let me check this. Yeah, we cannot. Yeah. Okay. So so what we want to do here is we want to say in the onInit function we will create a bunch of these C symbol objects. But actually, when I think about it, we also want to have a constructor where we have the symbol name, just name, I don't know. And then we say symbol should be name. And we need the body. Okay, like this. So now we can go ahead in the onInit and create a bunch of symbols. So we say C symbol with the name $. Oh, wait, C symbol. No, I think, can we do it like this? Let me check this. Yeah, I think we are fine. And then we want to add it to the array. Yeah, no, we cannot do it like this because this has to be a reference or pointer. Symbol equals to C symbol, and then we say name $, and then we can store it to the symbols array at symbol like this. So this should be fine. Yes. All of these errors are because of something else, but yeah, we'll just cover this later on. Actually, let's make this a little bit easier. Also, we can create an array here, symbols for all of the symbols, and then we just want to store all of the symbols in this array that we want to trade. Like, let's say $, USD Japanese yen, GBP $. Like all of the symbols you want to trade. Nick says you should trade currencies, so maybe you want to add a bunch of currencies. And then we say here for int I is equal to 0 or to array size symbols -1, I greater than 0, I minus minus. So we just loop through this array, and then we add a new C symbol object variable here for the symbol in our symbols array here. So yeah, so then we have all of the symbols in our array, and now we want to go in the onTick function. Whenever we have a new day, we actually want to go through all of these symbols here. So int I is equal to, let's use j here. Symbols total -1, j greater equal 0, j minus minus. I'm not using I here because we used I in these 4 loops here already, so it would cause a problem if we do it again. So we just loop through all of the symbols, right? And then we want to get all of the symbols, which is a pointer again, and then we say symbols at j. And I think this will be a problem. Add is not a member of, wait, what's the problem here? Of array type. Oh, yeah. I cannot use the same name for this and this. So what I want to do is array symbols here, for example. And we do it like this. Now this error should be gone, and it is. Okay, so now here we loop through all of the symbols. And then for every symbol, we still want to do whatever we did here again. So let me get all of this code here, cut it from here, and move it inside of this for loop. Make sure to not mess up the brackets. Like remember, every opening bracket needs a closing bracket. And if you move it a little bit to the right, whenever you enter a new programming scope, pretty much, you want to move it a little bit to the right. So if it looks like this, it makes it easy for you to understand which bracket is going to which opening bracket. Also, you can see this is highlighted. But yeah, if you don't mess it up, it should work fine. And then here we now have to say every time we used underscore symbol here, we now instead want to use symbol dot symbol, because we want to use the symbol from the, like the symbol that is inside of the symbol variable here in the C symbol typed object variable. And that's pretty much how we can do this. And then here, of course, we also want to say, before we use tickets here, we want to say symbol tickets, because we also want to use the tickets array here inside of the symbol that we just selected, or yeah, that we are just at here. So this is pretty much what we do now for all of these tickets and also for all of the symbols or underscore symbols. So we really just exchange all of these words and add all of the symbol dot here in front of the tickets. And that's pretty much already everything we have to do, I think. So it's very easy. It's just a bit confusing if you never worked with object-oriented programming, but I have a small series on this channel where I teach a bit about object-oriented programming. And if you want to have a detailed look on this, you can also check out the link in the video description, and you will find my complete course where I also explain everything I do. Like in this tutorial, I will just go through it very quickly, and I'm aware that I will drop a lot of the beginners. But this is fine, because if you really want to learn programming, you can do it with a complete course. But if I would have to explain everything here, it would be super a super long video, because I use some more advanced stuff here. So okay, after adding all of this, now we should see a lot less errors. Actually, there's no error left. And then again, I have to take care of all of these underscore symbols. Symbol. So we know also what is going on by looking at the messages in the journal. Symbol. Okay, so if we do it like this, we can already run a test. Here we don't have to exchange the symbol, because we're just checking for a new bar. Okay, so let's go and make another test. And now we should see that we do not only trade US dollar, but instead we also trade USD Japanese yen and GBP US dollar. Unfortunately, the test is not loading, so there might be a problem with it. or it's just the normal testing bug here. But yeah, let me check this. Oh, there's an invalid pointer access on line 30. So let me check this. 30, 30, 30. Here we have a invalid pointer access because this has to be a new object. And if we do it like this, now it should work a lot better. Yeah, now we see the test is loading, and you can see we are not only loading Euro-US dollar chart, but also USD Japanese yen and GBP US dollar. And this is the big difference here. So when we have a look at the trades now, we should also see that we do not only open Euro-US dollar trades, but also trades from USD Japanese yen and GBP US dollar. This is not really working so far, I think. Wait, let me check if we do see any errors. No. Did we have any signals here? Probably. Oh, we add a ticket for GBP US dollar, but it is not open. So yeah, there is a problem. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure I found the problem. The problem is that I think we only open, yeah, here when we say buy or sell, we also have to define the symbol now, because otherwise we will always open a position using the chart symbol. So this is very important to actually see positions of different symbols. But if we do it like this, now do the same test, then we should be good to go. So in a second, then I will explain again what modifications I did here to make this program not only a one and single currency program, but a multi-currency program. So we should see now, yeah, we also see GBP US dollar trades. And if we go here, we can see these trades work just fine, just like the Euro US dollar trades. And yeah, we can see in the history, this should increase our profits drastically because we are trading multiple symbols now, which is great. But also, of course, the drawdowns might be bigger if more of these symbols are in a drawdown at the same time. Let me check the history. Do we also see GBP US dollar trades? Not yet. So I will have to check if there was a signal. But maybe we just did not see Euro US dollar trades because there was no signal. But yeah, let me check this. This is a 10% move, so we should see GBP US dollar trades, I think. Yeah, this is a little bit embarrassing, but I made a huge mistake with the actual signal. So, yeah, let me quickly fix this. So what we have to do here is, this is the part of the code where I check for the very first signal in a symbol. And what I did here is I checked if math apps, blah, 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 is greater than open back multiplied with trigger percent divided by 100. But this is not correct. It has to be like this. And this was not a problem with Euro US dollar and GBP US dollar because they were pretty close to 1, like the price. So it didn't make a huge difference. But USD Japanese yen is more like 100. So it made a huge difference. And we never really saw a signal. But if I fix it like this, and if I start it again, now we should see positions also in USD Japanese yen. And also the signals will be a bit different in, oh shit, I skipped. Will be a bit different in Euro US dollar and GBP US dollar. But yeah, here we can now see, oh, there was a order in USD Japanese yen. And yeah, we can see now it is definitely working in all three of these symbols. And the great thing is we can add more symbols if we want. Like this is the great part. We can say we want to trade also Australian dollar, US dollar. We want to trade, well, I don't know, like what kind of symbols do we have actually? Like, where are the symbols? Where are the symbols? Here. So we could trade all of the symbols we want. Let me add all of the majors maybe. USD CAD, USD CAD. Then we have USD Swiss franc. Like this. So we can add all of these. And closing quote expected. Oh yeah. like this. So this is one last test that I want to do now, and then I will show you the code one more time. But yeah, before I show you the code, let me show you another test. Let's maybe test a couple of more years. So we can now see that if we test from 2015 on with all of these major currency pairs, we see again a different result because we see more pairs. So you can see now we do not only load US dollar, USD Japanese yen, US dollar, but also Australian dollar, US dollar. And it's taking a bit of time because we have to download the data. I think we can see it here in the journal. Yeah, you can see it's now downloading the data and synchronizing it. So for the first test, it will take a bit longer. And the next test then will be quicker if you use the same symbols. But here we can see now we loaded all of them. And you can see we do trade all of them if there is a signal, which is, in my opinion, super cool. So yeah, let me explain you the code in a second. But it's a very simple program and yet kind of powerful, I would say. So yeah, you can see here, sometimes it can really take a while. And there is the chance to also add some kind of martingale. And I know that Nick also talked about this in his videos. So maybe I will also add this. But I think for now, I want to test it like it is here. So you can see now we have a lot of open positions. So the drawdown is also always there. So the equity is most of the time below the balance because we are currently... or we always have open positions. I mean, at some points, there is a good chance that it will hit the profit target, but also there is the chance for this one fatal event where it blows your account. And as Nick always says in his videos, it is more about how often do you really crash the account and how often can you double it. If you can double it more often than you crash it, in theory, it will be profitable. And that's the idea pretty much. And that the idea is not completely wrong. The big question is just if you can really double the account more often, then you crash it. But if this is the answer to this is yes for you, then it is definitely something you might want to use. But yeah, here we can see opening a bunch of trades. Also, the test is going a bit slower if we see so many open trades because then the program is working a bit harder. But yeah, you can see, I mean, the program is working. I think I will record another video with some backtesting. But let me show you in this video again what the programming code looks like and what I did, especially in this video. So we first of all included the array object class here because we want to store a bunch of objects in an array. What kind of objects we want to store is mainly object variables of our C symbol class that I created here. It is important that this class inherits from the C object class because otherwise we could not store it in the array object array. Then we create, or here we have a constructor. This makes us easy for us to create new object variables of the C symbol class with a symbol name immediately stored in the symbol variable. Then besides the symbol variable of type string, we only have another variable which is the tickets for this specific symbol. So we just use this class to keep track of all of the tickets that belong to one specific symbol. Then we have the same input variables as in the first video. Here the C array object class is now defined as a global variable because this is the one where we want to store all of our symbols and we don't want to reset this after the termination of the onTick function, for example. Then we also use the onInit function. In the onInit function, and actually, yeah, I said this before already, like if you want to use this in a live account, you would have to make some adjustments. Like for example, what you want to do is symbols. You want to clear your symbol array here, or symbols array, before you add more symbols. Because otherwise, you will add multiple positions at the same price and everything might cause some problems. But as I said before, and this is another disclaimer, this program is not safe for live trading. This is something I created for testing. Okay, but here we have a bunch of symbols that we want to trade. We all put them in a string, in a normal string array, because then we want to loop through this string array and add all of these symbols as C symbol object variables or object variables of type C symbol. We want to store all of them to our symbols array. Once we did this, we go, or with every single tick from then on, we just go through all of the symbols in our array. Actually, not with every single tick, but with every new day. But I explained this in the first part. Then we go through all of the symbols in our array, create the Hitrate class object, we get the bit price. And here's one important difference. Before, we always used underscore symbol here to get the chart symbol. But here, we want to use the symbol, which is stored in the symbol object variable here. So this is the variable which is part of this currently selected symbol object variable. Then for this currently selected symbol, we want to do pretty much everything that we did before. Just the difference is that we now no longer use a global tickets array, but instead we always use the tickets array from the currently selected symbol object variable. And that's pretty much it. So from this point on, I just exchanged all of the underscore symbol words with symbol.symbol. So we get the symbol from the currently selected symbol object variable. And also we always refer to the tickets array in the currently selected symbol. Also, there's one important thing that I changed with the trigger, because here I had a wrong calculation and it has to look like this instead of object back multiplied with this. So this is now correct, and that's pretty much it. That's what I changed. So I think I showed you the code now again, and if you need more time to copy everything, just pause the video and do it in your own speed. Also, if you want to understand what is going on here, you should definitely check out the link in the video description, which is the link to my complete course. You can learn everything about MQL5 coding, also how object-oriented programming works in a lot more detail. So in this course, I really explain it so you can understand it. In this video series, I was just rushing through the steps so advanced programmers can copy it. But if you are new to this, you can also copy the code, but you will maybe not understand everything. But I hope you liked this, and you can use this program, as I said, for testing. You can just add more and more symbols, and if you feel like this is something you want to use, you can adjust the code so to make it safe for your live account and use it in the live account. Whatever you want to do, I hope that you have fun and success with it, and I say thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great time and good trades. Bye.